If there's one thing that we like better than a rising star, it's a redemption story. A familiar face reconquering old lands. And right now in Counter-Strike, we're witnessing the return of a former Counter-Strike king, French Phenom kennyS.
This is just ludicrous. These kills, unreal. It must hurt like if you were trying to be an aspiring pro, you'll just know you'll never be that good.
From 2013 to 2017, kennyS was a regular fixture in the top 20. He was part of the furniture, but since that period, he's been absent from that elite group, despite using the same weapon and playing with some familiar teammates. It was a far cry from the Kenny we knew and loved, whose mere presence on the server was enough to give his team a chance to win, no matter the odds. In a chaotic period in which multiple French teams were global contenders, pro players had marked him as the toughest to play against. If Counter-Strike was undergoing a French revolution, kennyS was the guillotine. Fast forward to 2017 onward, and though he was still around, he wasn't putting up the same spectacular results, or within touching distance of a trophy. His fall from grace happened right around the time he moved to G2 Esports in 2017. For 2 years, G2 underwent tweaks, and steadily, quietly, rose in the ranks, and some had given up on their old hero, as another case of a star player past his prime, trading on his name. That was until one explosive tournament in March of this year. At Katowice 2020, Kenny was a man changed, a born-again hardcore sniper hitting confident, flashy shots around corners, and much like he's prone to do in server, it looked like Kenny was heading for another peak.
Nice to see Kenny hit that shot. That should be one of the super weapons they have on this team. He gets golden mid-air, trying to escape. A little bit of a shoulder peek, and Kenny was ready to take one more. Nearly connects with that one.
He beat 100 Thieves, only losing 5 rounds over 2 maps. He put up 22 frags versus Mousesports, and then 23 the following map. Against an informed Fnatic, he claimed a massive 28 kills. At a time when Counter-Strike's top 10 teams are all highly competitive, kennyS was heading into the Katowice final with an unthinkable 1.5 frags for every death. The only thing that could stop this rampaging G2 was a Na'Vi side that had found similar form and chemistry around their own talisman, Simple. For both of these teams, it looks like things are finally coming together, and while Na'Vi took the top spot globally, G2 rose to number 3.
The atmosphere is really great. We are really comfortable playing together, which was not maybe the case few weeks or few months back. So yeah, a lot of work put into this team.
So what's changed between now and then? Why did we lose Kenny for a couple of years, only for him to come back as a Super Saiyan? Part of the answer lies in how he fits into the wider team. If you haven't noticed, kennyS prefers one particular weapon. Over 57% of his kills are with the AWP, followed by 13% with the AK, with the CT rifles almost nowhere to be seen. The proportion of AWP kills is around 10 percentage points higher than the average for dedicated snipers. Cirque likes the AWP the most, at 61%, but many others, like JW and Zywoo, are closer to 38%. In 2020, kennyS has gone up further to 65% of his kills with an AWP. Not that he's a slouch without a scope. But it's safe to say that kennyS knows which weapon he wants to use, and he's more commonly seen with a pistol than a CT rifle. All that's to say, there's nothing wrong with being a specialist, but the inflexibility does force your team into more specialized support roles. kennyS regularly credits how G2 and new in-game leader Nexa are supporting him properly, enabling him to do his job.
He's using me, I do whatever I want, and I'm really happy to be in this team. I feel really good and everyone is feeling comfortable, and you can see it.
You can see how these elements have fit into place in recent times. G2's restructure after Shox left brought in Nexa and Hunter, 2 players from Team Crazy. It's their reliability that allows kennyS to work his magic. According to Kenny himself, team coach Malek has been working hard with Nexa to make him one of the best in-game leaders in modern Counter-Strike. And of course, it helps that Nexa regularly adds to his own highlight reel. The youngest player in the squad, he's also one of those rare in-game leaders who's well acquainted with the top of the scoreboard. He involves kennyS in the plan, but also lets him roam free and take the picks that he feels good about.
Really is a home map for him. You can see that he is doing a great job so far. Summer He'll be sat there on 70 HP, and Kenny, has he got a friend with him? That's the question. And he commits to the angle, pulls the trigger.
Since the ESL Pro League started, Kenny's player rating has gone even higher. That's probably because he dropped a monstrous 35-6 on Vertigo against Tai Lu, winning the match 16-3. And here, you can see exactly what it means to fully support an AWPer, as they go for long-range picks, covering his vulnerable angles, pop flashing, and getting out of his way as he gets the impact frags that open up a bomb site and throw enemy rotations into chaos. It's a style of play quite similar to Kenny's Titan team of old. When Kenny's teammate, Kaylee, was VAC banned, they lost their second AWP and second star. That led to a reshuffle, in which the entire team was built around supporting kennyS. This reaction speed also comes into play when he's avoiding scoping, and it's only suitable here because as soon as kennyS joins the server, convention goes out the window. Normally, you'd never re-peek an angle that you know an AWPer is scoping, but he makes it work. And normally, opponents would charge down the AWPer or smoke them out. But as Thorin said on Dexerto, that only seems to make him more dangerous.
When he rushed Kenny, the danger only increased. This came in a game which was infamous for the inaccuracy of its no-scopes, contrasted against CS 1.6's perfect accuracy if not moving.
Perhaps no team has ever been quite so dedicated to enabling a single carry player as Titan was, and it helped kennyS hit one of the highest peaks of performance CSGO has ever seen. Now, we have a coach and a new in-game leader that seems to understand this, something that hasn't really occurred since Kenny moved to G2. Watching kennyS's point of view is almost as exciting as watching the full match with professional observers. It's a masterclass in movement, and you can really feel how all angles are covered as Kenny silently inches forward while scoping. It's also clear that on a mechanical level, Kenny is doing the same things that he used to. kennyS may now be among the more veteran players competing at the top of CSGO, but he's still only 24, and he doesn't seem to have lost the raw mechanical speed and skill he displayed in his younger years.
I'm going even, guys.
Dead.
Nice,
One more.
One side.
3v2, boys. Side out one. Nice, 3v1, boys. He was outside. Nice, Nexa, let's go.
Most AWPers would set up an angle that takes into account a little bit of reaction time, but at Katowice, we regularly saw Kenny take a tight angle and actually react fast enough to hit an opponent who strafed at full speed around the corner. This reaction speed also comes into play when he's avoiding scoping. Watch him sweep the B site here while scoped and somehow hit an inhuman shot on Jacob. It's just like his AWPing style back in his Titan days, 5 years ago. Back then, you see the same kind of sweeping scope shots, which most wouldn't even have the speed to consider.
Oh my goodness, so much damage done here by kennyS. Another frag found, and again kennyS. 4 kills in a row, and there it is.
So, we can see the team structure and how it revolves around supporting the long-range, site-opening fragger. But that doesn't account for why kennyS's individual, mechanical skill is now back at its prime. The answer lies in his teammates supporting him just as much outside of the server as in it.
I just decided to stop lying to myself, I guess, and facing the truth. I did. Was hard, really hard. But with the team I have, as I'm telling you again, but the chemistry we have, it's really much easier for me to perform. They put me in really good situations. All the players respect me a lot and give me a lot of credits for what I do, what I say.
Kenny also spoke about Nexa, and it's impressive how the young in-game leader is just as dedicated to leadership in real life.
And when he arrived in the team, I was at the lowest point of my life, literally. I was really depressed, and he helped me a lot through this. So yeah, he's challenging us a lot. He's always pushing us harder, but I think he's doing a really amazing job.
The best news of all is that this new G2, third in the world at the time of recording, is incredibly exciting to watch. Young genius Nexa calling the plays, Jax consistently rifling, and everyone covering kennyS, so the French guillotine can take more heads. But do you think that kennyS can keep up his blistering form and help G2 maintain their ranking? Can they go even further? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more CSGO content. Otherwise, as ever, thank you for tuning in to Dexerto.
cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to cs.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.